So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Mixby, please come to the stage. I don't think I need to explain the rules. Microphone's ready for you. And let's rock and roll in 3, 2.
Hello, I'm Brent Friedman. I'm the co-founder of Artifact Technologies. Our mobile platform for location-based storytelling is called Mixby. It's accessed through our proprietary app that, as you can see, is available on Google and iOS. Right now, we have our first customer. We've just come out of beta about 2 months ago. We are in live at the Pacific Science Center. We are delivering enhanced experiences there. But the real story is not what we're doing, but how we got to that space. About 3 years ago, myself and a couple partners raised several $1 million and started a company called Rainspark Labs to do mobile development. And we initially had an idea that we wanted to do a location-based social network where you could go kind of dig and bury virtual multimedia social objects. And we realized that when we put together the technology for it, it was just too big of an idea. So we broke it off into some component parts, and we created an app called Ghost Patrol, which is a fun little ghost collecting, ghost hunting game that leveraged some of that location technology. And we published that into the App Store, and we learned a lot about the business. We also did a music discovery app called Phonograph that allowed you to kind of leverage time and place to find live events around you. So this was a great learning experience, and the general response was crickets. The good news was the few people who'd actually used our products really liked them, but we realized we had an enormous deficit in marketing dollars. So we made a pivot, which was a semi-painful process. And what we decided to do was to focus on something that would kind of hybridize all of the technology we had built at that time and all of the learnings that we had. And we decided to create something that would give value to place and let events and attractions, these high-valued places, have a mobile network that they could control and operate and communicate through to provide enhanced experiences for their visitors. We ran a couple closed betas up on Whidbey Island where I live, and we got some extremely positive results. What that resulted in was we thought maybe there's a business here. We can go from a kind of consumer app to a business enterprise solution. So we started to see the world at different altitudes, and we realized that one of the things that we could do was start to enable different types of interactions depending on how deep you were into a place. This brings us to today. It's now about $2 million later. We're still funded entirely by angel investors, and we now have a pitch that we're going out to onboard customers. We recently deployed at the Seattle Interactive Conference. We were the app there. And this is our pitch to customers, essentially. We believe that place matters in the mobile ecosystem. And what that means is that currently places are kind of kept out of the mobile ecosystem. So people are on phones, they're engaging with locations, they're walking in, but they're generally connected to sources outside that place. So there's a complete content disconnect from most locations. We believe that place is the new keyword, that being able to walk into any place, open up your app, and immediately get curated, relevant content that validates you being in that place is a real business. And we built it around invested networks, this idea where anyone that's coming together in high-value locations are all there for a shared experience. Now with geofencing and beacons, we can deliver all sorts of wonderful, valuable experiences from the minute you walk into a location to the minute you walk up to an exhibit. Our content format is called a mosaic, and it allows for all sorts of interactions with the content that start to reveal what people are interested in. Additionally, we can send in rewards, we can allow content customization, and all of that is being tracked on an online control panel, which allows not only in-depth analysis of analytics and data metrics, but it starts to allow you to build a content experience in your location. So far, we're still getting crickets, but now they're engaged. Now people are taking notice of what's going on. We're starting to get some real press just by being in 2 locations in the last 2 months. Where is all this heading? We believe that in the very near future, our goal is to take mobile content and merge it seamlessly with the physical world. That is what we're trying to do at Mixby, and we are currently hiring UX. Any questions? So if you have, let's take the assumption you don't have the app, right? One of the things that we learned early on from our misadventures in actually trying to get customers through the App Store was that we needed a different marketing plan. So what our business model is, and I'm going to answer another question to answer your question, is we license our technology to a place. So for a monthly fee, they can have control of their network. What they do in exchange is they market to their customers at the funnel points. So the Pacific Science Center has 2 places where you buy a ticket. That's where they onboard customers for us. When you download an app, you're immediately given a home screen that says, welcome to the Pacific Science Center. Here's the content that's going on right now today, with exhibits that have content tied to them, all which is being curated and managed by the location itself. And as you walk around, there is obviously wayfinding within the location that allows you to go have your personal experience. Yes? The content is all created on our mobile dashboard. We like to say it's as easy as posting on Facebook, and it's done by the operator, in this case, the marketing department of the Pacific Science Center. Yes? Another question? Up there? For me personally, I'll take you back to a trip I made to the zoo recently. This is one of the reasons we went down this path. My kids and I were walking, and they really wanted to see, I think it was the gorillas. And we got there, and all of the gorillas were gone. They were inside. My daughter was very disappointed. And I started to think, if I could come here and there would actually be mobile media right at this spot to show me video of the gorillas playing earlier in the day and any great UGC from that area, all which was deployed by the zookeepers with any content they wanted to supply me about those gorillas, my daughter would have been happy. So my whole business is built on making my daughter happy.
One more question?
Yeah. Over here, somebody? Yes, up there. Right, that's a great question. We've only done kind of minimal testing at this point. There's a lot of work to be done on. Yes, so the Wi-Fi actually allows you to geofence and create those kind of welcome and exit experiences. Then the beacons themselves, and right now we're plugging Estimote because we've had the most success with that, and we've built our own tuning app, right, that allows you to really dial in that experience depending on whether you're 3 feet away or 30 feet away, how often you want it to ping somebody. But what the problem is with bigger spaces is not necessarily the noise, you mentioned it before, it's the download speed. So we're doing a lot of work on trying to really use our mobile format and treat it like a video game where you're only loading certain portions of it until you actually engage with the later stages of it. That's one of the things that segmentation does for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mixby.